Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where the host has a headache and a plugged snout. He's sicker than a camp counselor at a retreat for the Boy Scouts. I'm more congested than a Black Friday shopping line pre-COVID. Oh boy. I gotta tell you, whatever I try to write next is not very clear. Okay. I'm more congested than a Black Friday shopping line pre-COVID. And it's Excedrin and Dayquil that have got me loaded. The star of our show broke down and Christmas shopped for his spouse, but he can't find the presents she got him and hid all over the house. Today, we're bringing you stories of Christmas and tradition with some number niner. Today, we're bringing you stories of Christmas and tradition with some number niner flair in this holiday rendition. So sit back, buckle up, and hold on to your sleds. As Lorena Bobbitt declares, it's off with their heads. As always, I'm introducing my partner in trouble. Ladies and gentlemen, T Double Double. What's been up, man? How are you?
Yeah, I gotta ask this question. Do you want me to re-record your intro there?
It's not good. I don't know how much better it's gonna get, Tom. The little measuring cap that they put with Dayquil and NyQuil?
Yeah, I always do 1.5 of those.
Yeah, I throw them away. I just chugged a half a bottle of Dayquil first thing this morning, and I actually used that Dayquil to get the Excedrin down. Like, I didn't take the Excedrin with water, I took it with Dayquil. So we'll see how this episode goes, bro. It's not good inside my head right now. I'm very congested. I have a headache.
You guys are in for a treat today, apparently. Can't wait. So what's up, man? We hung out last night, watched the football game. Did you go check out Christmas lights?
We sure did. We went to
that sounds awful.
Hubbard Park in Cheshire.
You drove all the way down there?
We had to pick up the dog.
Jeez, that's a ride.
Yeah, but they did a pretty good job. It's not nearly... First off, it's bigger than I thought it was, the park. I only go to the water. I used to eat my lunch looking at the water. I didn't realize how much there was too. There's like a fucking swimming pool and shit there. I did not realize, I guess, how fast it would be. Because the line of cars is down to, like, Sam the Clams. So you're sitting in line.
What?
Yeah, for 30, 35 minutes to get into that bitch. And then you would just assume everybody, like, is crawling. But they're not. They're going, 5-10 miles an hour to get through it. So it goes by pretty quickly.
So it's not worth the wait, is what you're saying.
It depends, man. If you're really into Christmas lights. So the other thing about it is the people on the right side of the street, because there's houses on the right side going up to it, not on the left side. A lot of them decorate because they know there's going to be that long line, I assume.
Maybe.
Those lights were probably better than inside the park. The park is all white lights. So I kind of was expecting, I don't know, more festive, less pretty, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, they only do white lights at Howard Park, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's all...
So, the houses leading up to it were a little bit better.
Yeah, I haven't been to Howard Park. I drive by it on the highway sometimes, but I've never gone through it. Not really my thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Not because of the Christmas lights. The park itself is really cool.
Yeah. Miss Erica Washington's in the chat, which is going to help us with segue into our next segment. Nice. I like how you make me look like a cheapskate on top with my $1 tip right after the $100. Ha 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 ha. So, you want to get right in the mail time, Pat?
Let's do it.
Oh boy. How's it going over in the YouTubes?
How many people are on the YouTubes?
Probably Erica. Mason doesn't watch us anymore, so...
I'm pretty sure Mason and his wife were both on yesterday. Oh, Tim McCaffrey's on.
Of course he is. It's because he's a dedicated number niner.
Apparently he's lost some friends. He said he's mourning his peeps.
He said morning peeps.
Wow.
Oh, Chris is here.
Now look at that. And you doubted my boy Mason.
Well, Chris is here. Mason's not.
I'm sure.
I know that.
It literally says we're here.
Oh. I know that Carissa is
You know what hurts so bad is my head when I cough.
Nice.
Oh,
I know
God.
that Carissa is a dedicated number niner.
Carissa's a sweet angel.
Nah, Mason is a bad friend. Facts.
Look at that. Mason. Always supportive.
Hey, Mason, we can get down on some COD today?
More importantly, Mason, how about them fucking Dolphins?
What do you mean?
They're just killing it. Oh, he said yes to you. What COD are you playing? The new one?
No, we've been playing fucking the one that you have. Modern Warfare.
Is the competition getting easier because they all bought the new one?
No.
That's gay.
You should update it and play with us since you're going to be homesick all day.
Phew, that I am. It wasn't for the safety. Oh, Willow's in the house.
I'm pretty sure they lost by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, but that's a game changer. That's a big momentum shift. Then you got to do the safety punt. That's the worst part of the safety. Never mind the 2 points.
Yeah. Well, it just goes to show you how important the punters are in football.
Oh my God. Hey, I will say this. In my franchise, with my punter, I punt once a game. I play 6-minute quarters, accelerated clock. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're fast games, and I only play offense. My punter is probably 75% burying within the 5-yard line and getting it out of bounds. He's fucking nasty.
See, dude, that's important.
27-33.
So it's 6. So safety would have made it 31. Still would have needed a touchdown to win the game. Anyway.
Or several safeties.
Several in a row. All right, Pat, we didn't get really any mail, but I woke up yesterday morning to a nice surprise. We got a donation from a friend of the show. Her name is Little Defect, and she donated $100 to the show.
She is sweet and angelic.
So right at the end, where we're closing in on the, I think our tip goal ends on Christmas, she pushed us over the edge, Pat.
That's not a very nice way of putting it.
Well, you get it.
Yeah, I don't know who this wonderful woman is, but thank you so much for supporting us. She also had a revelation, Tom.
Yes, she did.
She had a revelation.
So
we've had this conversation about 100 times where she just doesn't know who Tommy is. She doesn't remember you.
True story. I mean, how do you forget this face?
So she's been listening to the podcast, and poof, like an epiphany from out of nowhere, she realizes you are Chunk.
Yeah, and which I don't understand, Pat, is that she, like, we've called me Chunk on the stream before, on the podcast before.
Yeah, I don't know that we have in a way that is like, oh, that's what he goes by.
Well, I really don't go by that anymore. I mean, when you met me, that's what everybody called me. You're literally one of the only people left that calls me Chunk.
I mean, you said that about Tommy, but now you have your own show as Tommy.
That's true, but there's reasons why we did that, Pat.
I know. Do you think maybe for one of the accomplishments we could get you live on YouTube doing the Truffle Shuffle?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I wasn't.
Oh wow! I thought you were gonna go with not on that one.
But yeah, I'm down.
That's excellent.
So anyway, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. Pat came up to me at work the other day and was like, "Hey, so and so finally remembers who you are," and I was like, "Oh yeah," and I kind of chuckled, and she goes, "Yeah, she didn't know that your real name was Tom. She thought it was Chunk."
That's
and
fantastic.
She finally realized that you were Chunk. So maybe that's what helped her decide to donate to the show.
Oh yeah, maybe it was because of her love for you.
Maybe. I would assume so.
That seems realistic.
All right. Well, we appreciate the donations, and again, it's Christmas time. If you guys are feeling festive, feeling like helping out your boys,
Mason said your birth certificate says Chunk Dizzle.
You can absolutely donate to the show. You can donate on the website, and if you're watching the stream, the links are all in the stream. So yeah, help us out. Help us get there. It's Christmas time. We got to buy Christmas presents, and we don't have any other income. So help us out.
That's partially true. I got my dad a sign today, like a metal sign for his man cave, because he's a farrier. It says horse people are stable. That was pretty good. I feel like he's going to open that up and die laughing.
Maybe.
Erica says, I just shared this link on Facebook. I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you what that means is if it's on Erica's Facebook page, that means
we're not going to be able to keep up with the show at this point.
The server's going to crash at YouTube.
Erica just broke the internet like Kim Kardashian's ass.
Yes, because no matter what Erica does, it guarantees. Yeah, it happens, bro. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, Mason, that's a great idea. I should put Dayquil in my bang.
No, I don't
like that.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Put myself out for the day.
If I get tagged in something with Eric on Facebook, it's a guaranteed 200 likes. 200 likes, guaranteed.
It's ridiculous.
So hopefully she brings some new people into the show today.
Which one did you pull up? Family might. Okay.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna plug everything first.
Okay.
So I want to remind everybody, you can check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all the same. Number 9 with Tommy Podcast. If you're Twitter people like us, go check us out at Number 9 Pod. Give us a follow, give us a share, whatever it is that they do on Twitter. Also, you can check us out on our website, number9podcast.com. We started something new on there, Pat.
We did.
I'm always trying to revolutionize our website, make it more interactive for the guests.
Oh, shit. After the Cowboys
hey, I'm going
to
fucking hold you to
that. Rick Washington puts his money where his mouth is. He says, after the Cowboys beat the Niners, I will donate $100.
I think the Cowboys are going to win.
This is very exciting.
Oh, Pat, you want to tell that story after I plug everything?
What story?
About my picks.
Oh, yeah, please.
Okay. So anyway, so go to the website. Now you can go to the website and you could book to be a guest on the website any Sunday or Wednesday, 10:30 or 10:30 on Sundays, 7:30 on Wednesdays. And we could do it virtually or you can come and do it in person, whatever works best for you. But that's pretty cool. You can also subscribe to the email list at the bottom of the home screen. Subscribe. Make sure when you subscribe with your email, you go check your email and confirm it. Andy the driver. You can also donate to the podcast on the website on any page at the bottom. There's a little donate button there. So come check us out. We're trying to do new stuff.
I think we have a pretty good format for guests, which is we have a standard 8 to 10 questions that we send you in advance. You have time to think about how you want to answer them. Things like what's the best moment of your life, what's the worst moment of your life, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you. That would be your first time on the show. If you come back onto the show, we can really talk about anything you want. And if you'd rather talk about something specific, we're happy to do that too. We don't have to start with like a guest profile. We can just
like
get
we
right
did
into
with
it.
like we did with Michael.
Yeah, with Michael, we did both. We asked him a bunch of questions and we did a lot about his work.
So come check us out. So anyway, football picks this week, Pat.
Yeah.
In the last episode, we were talking about how I was in second or third place.
And for your sake, because I love my boy Tommy, I said, I really hope the guy in first place, his name is Josh, so I hope he fucking forgets to make his picks. So he loses, even though he deserved to win. That's what I didn't say I hope he loses fair. I didn't say I hope he loses because he made bad picks. I hope he forgets to lock his picks in and drops from first place.
So as all of you probably know, we got hit with a pretty bad snowstorm up here on Thursday. I went to work. The guy I was working with called out, so I was by myself. I had to get up super early, drive into work. I got home. I watched a couple episodes of The Office with the wife and the kid, and I went up to bed. Alert goes off on my phone. Thursday Night Football is starting. I don't think of it right away, and then it dawns on me about 5 minutes later, motherfucker, I didn't make my picks. And the shitty part about this league is that if you don't make, with the old league that we were in, if you miss Thursday's game, you miss Thursday's game. It wasn't that big a deal.
It's one pick.
It's one pick.
You also could change your picks after Thursday's game.
Yes. If you don't make your picks on Thursday or by Thursday, the start of the game, you don't get to do any of your picks for that weekend. So I went from second or third place, and I'm going to be about 18th. I'm out of it. There's no way I can come back from this.
Rick just took the word right out of my mouth, which tastes, what is that, karma? That tastes like karma.
Listen, motherfucker.
That's a line that doesn't count.
I didn't say that. You did.
Yeah, but Tom, so you break my nuts all the fucking time about setting alarms for everything. You know what I don't forget to do, Tom? I don't forget to set my fucking picks because I have an alarm for that shit. And if I don't have the free time when the alarm goes off, I hit the snooze button, not the cancel button. And I snooze every 8 minutes until I make my fucking picks. And I assure you, I would never, ever remember to make my picks without that alarm.
Well, I've done pretty good. I went 14 weeks, made sure I made all my picks.
That's not bad.
Yep, and now I'm out of it. So the only chance I have to make now, mind you, unlike yourself, Pat, I have won a week this season, so I've made my money back off the pool, so it's not that big a deal. Yes,
that alarm goes off during Wednesday live stream.
I'm sure it does.
I don't understand.
Your football picks alarm.
Oh,
jeez. All right, so pretty much the rest of the show, we're going to be doing some Christmas news articles, and then we're going to close it out with the most popular gifts like we did on the last show. So we got a bunch of them here. This one was the one that we were going to talk about on Wednesday's show that Erica sent in. It's on newsbreak.com. Family might have to cancel Christmas after their child spends over $16,000 in App Store.
With my $100, buy a bigger mic that will block off all of Pat's face. It's funny. Oh, fuck, Rick. It's funny that you mentioned that. I feel like with this mic, the way it's set up, I feel like Wilson from Home Improvement. Like you can only see my eyes and forehead. I just hide behind the microphone.
So a 6-year-old living in Wilton, Connecticut.
Oh, you know what I just realized? I'm sorry, I don't mean to keep interrupting the story. I'm going to do it one more time, too, just so you know. But this time I mean to. Tim and Rick know each other.
Yes, they do.
Oh, how cool is that we have brought long-lost friends back together again?
Yes, we're bringing people together here on Number 9 with Tommy podcast.
That is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, that's why we got to do a live stream.
Fuck you, Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck your Facebook. The Number 9 with Tommy podcast brings people together.
I'm surprised that Tim McCaffrey hasn't said hi to Mr. Washington.
Well, they don't want to get into a side conversation. It'd be very distracting.
Hey, listen, all the chatter in the chat helps us, so they can talk with each other. We don't have to read it.
So before we get into this story,
how many more times are you going to cut me off, Pat?
I was dating this chick who had 2 kids. The little guy, right? I'm going to say he's 6 years old, 7 years old, and he's playing this game on the Fire Stick. And it's like... I
remember this story.
I think it was called Crossy Roads. No, that was the Frogger one. I don't know. Whatever it is. It's cars, and you race and you can unlock stuff by achieving accomplishments. And he is breaking his ass trying to unlock this car that he wants. I come home one day and he is so excited to tell me that he's unlocked the car. And I am hella proud, man. Like, this kid has worked his balls off. And we won't give him the money to just buy it. That's out. So... I asked him, like, what did you do? And he's like, I just kept working at it, like you said. I just kept trying hard. I just kept focusing. Like, he's everything I had ever told him as far as advice about unlocking this fucking car. He's shooting back at me. Now, I did not solicit this information. He came to me and told me he unlocked the car. So I'm very, very excited for him. I go upstairs. Now, this is 30 seconds later. I go upstairs, and his mother is almost in tears because she's furious because he actually just used her credit card to unlock the fucking car. Which was immediately funny to me. You have to punish him because he did something wrong. But it was fucking hilarious. I mean, this kid really worked his way through. Like, okay, if I do this, I need to really create a backstory about what I did to make this happen. He's a smart kid.
How much was it?
I think it was like $6.99. Like $7.
She was in tears over $7?
She was in tears over him not listening after being told.
Okay, that makes sense.
But to be fair, she's a little bit of a crier.
Apparently.
Yeah.
So anyway.
That should segue us nicely into our first holiday story.
So the 6-year-old in Wilton, Connecticut, same age as this other kid, spent $16,000 in charges in the Apple Store for his favorite video game, Sonic Force. His parents are real estate brokers, and I know that Apple refused to refund the money. Now, this is where I'm at with this, right?
Yeah.
I don't put my credit card information on anything that my son could buy stuff on.
So, yeah, I think you have 2 real glaring problems here. One, those parents got to get that kid in check. And
Yeah.
that's admittedly, you know, the kid that I'm talking about did the exact same thing to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But for your kid to spend 16 grand, never mind the money, because giving him access, obviously he's going to take advantage. How much fucking time was that kid playing that game?
And they didn't
Never
realize.
mind the actual game itself, just the spending the money. How much time would it take to drop 16 grand? It says that the add-on boosters are anywhere from $2 to $100. So at best, he had to do this, 160 times?
Yeah, how does his parents not realize that they're charging his car? Oh, it was across months, Erica said. I remember saying that, but I didn't read it today, and I didn't want to.
Oh, okay, yeah. In July,
misquote.
he rang up 25 charges for $2,500. Classic.
So that's all $100 charges.
Here's the other side of that. Do you have 16 grand sitting around?
Yeah, I'm sure this family has the money.
Yeah, like I don't really feel bad. I have had 16 grand at times, like like I'm planning on buying a car, so I have money in the bank, or like I'm planning on buying a house, so I have money in the bank. But never do I have 16 grand that's not being like watched like a fucking hawk.
Yeah.
They got 16 grand to just lose.
I don't understand how the kid gets past the first month. And to your point, Pat, maybe that's part of it. Maybe these people have so much fucking money.
They are Richies from Wilton, and she kept thinking someone had stolen their account info or something. So that would be my first attack that as soon as you see it.
Yeah, how does it go on for months? You know what I mean? How do you not realize that it's your kid spending $2,500?
Oh, I said there were two glaring problems, and I was going to go at Apple. I really was. But there's a quote in here. It says, Apple told Jessica that there was nothing they could do. I quote, "They told me that because I didn't call within 60 days of the charges, they can't do anything. The reason I didn't call within 60 days is because Chase told me it was likely fraud, that PayPal and Apple are top fraud charges." So here's the thing. I don't blame Apple. You had that shit for 60 fucking days. If you had that shit for 30 fucking days, in video game time, that's a lifetime. In 60 days, the kid could be tired of the fucking game. So sure, you call and say, "Oh, never mind. We don't want this stuff." Yeah, no, fuck you. That's our money now.
Yeah.
Apple couldn't refund the money. They didn't develop the app. They only get a small portion of the money. That's a good reason too. Apple doesn't collect all 16 grand. Yeah, I don't feel bad. I feel bad for the parents, but
I don't.
To an extent.
I don't, man, because what are you I just had this conversation with my kid last night. Who's watching their kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just had this conversation that you need to be responsible for what your kids are doing on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
My brother, Steven, the one in the military, is he's on top of shit. He's communications, so he's all worried about, I don't know, spyware or whatever you call it. His kids cannot play online. Like if they need something online, they go to him. He'll download it in a way that they can then use it, but not continue to be online.
Yeah.
But they also have I'm pretty sure they get an hour of game time a day, period, and that's not just game time. That's live time. If you're texting your friends, you cannot text outside of that hour. I'm not positive on that because Junior, his son, texts me all the time, but I'm pretty sure they don't get more than a very small amount of time. Willow got a hold of my card and bought Carissa a necklace for Christmas. Kids these days. That's awesome, Mason.
Anyway.
We could, I wish we could discuss what we got Emily and Erica, but we can't because Erica actually listens to the show where Emily's not allowed.
Well, so we can tell what you got Emily. I'm pretty sure Emily got you a PS5. I'm positive that she got you a PS5.
If she didn't before, she's gonna now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she got you a PS5.
No, I've seen the boxes. There is no PS5. The closest thing size-wise that could have been a PS5 feels like it's maybe a hoodie.
It's a PS5, bro.
It's not a PS5.
She got you a PS5.
So Tom brings that up because yesterday I told Emily that if I open up a PS5 from her on Christmas morning, I will never ask her for anal again. So we're pretty sure she's in a mad dash for PS5 at this point.
Yeah, she's willing to pay whatever it costs.
Yeah.
To get
I'm
one
going to get
today.
a $1,300 PS5 now.
Is there a chance that maybe she bought you the Oculus, Pat?
So we chose a dollar amount that we were not to go over. I then blew that dollar amount, but not by like any crazy margin. We chose $300. I think I spent $450.
Well, she said that she went over it as well last night.
Yeah. So I don't feel bad. As long as it was like, we did this because of the story that we've told on the podcast about the laptop and the digital camera. So she maybe spent $350, $400. I still didn't spend $2,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I kept myself in check.
Good.
I will say I got some bomb-ass deals. Bomb-ass deals.
I don't really shop for deals. When it comes to my wife, Pat, the dollar amount doesn't matter. I get her what she wants when she wants it.
I wholeheartedly disagree. You could get the same things for your wife on sale. Why wouldn't you do that?
I don't look for sales, Pat. I just get her whatever they have on Amazon is what she gets. All right, you want to do this one next, Pat? We got Christmas traditions from all over the world.
All right, let me pull it up. What's the title of that email?
Patrick. Bizarre.
Okay.
These are bizarre Christmas things from all over the world. You want me to start with the first one?
Yeah, fire away.
All right, so in Germany and Austria, the Krampus, the fate of children who misbehaved is sealed in the Krampus, the evil spirit of Santa Claus, the fearsome ghoul with an appearance of half demon, half goat, prowls the streets in search of naughty children to whip with his bundle of reeds or rootin.
Yeah,
That's the fuck is reeds and rootin?
I think they're the same thing. Rootin is the German word for reeds.
What's reeds?
I picture it to be a whip of some like chains, because in the pictures that you see of him, his hands are chained together. Krampus is the coolest fucking holiday tradition anywhere.
I kind of want to. Here, keep talking about it.
Look up Krampus.
Oh boy, hit the wrong button.
Krampus. It's exactly what you would look like when you hear half demon, half goat. I mean, really. Tom's looking it up right now. He's going to see Krampus for the first time. Boom.
This thing?
Yeah. How fucking cool is he? And, like, Americans are like, oh, you have to be nice because Santa's going to bring you presents. And Germans are like, on the other side, you can be a little asshole and Krampus will bring you fucking whippings. That's awesome.
Check out this thing, guys. It's fucking... That's crazy.
Mason just responded, have you been impish or honorable?
That's pretty crazy.
I've heard this next one before, though I'm confident not many people have. In Japan, they have a KFC feast. So, although only about 1% of the population celebrates Christmas, the Japanese get in full swing of the occasion by marking it with buckets of KFC. It is common for people to wait in line hours for festive fried chicken. The color red, which Japanese associate with death, is a big no-no. So here we are. I mean, everything's green and red.
Yeah.
And we, are having like house-made ham. And the Japanese are like, fuck that shit. Let's go get some KFC and avoid the color red. I love it.
Let's be fair. KFC is delicious.
Yeah. Listen, that's a great holiday meal.
Yeah.
Especially for people who eat pretty healthy.
Especially
like,
if you
it's Christmas, let's go get cake. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the bowl there? Is it just called
with the mashed potatoes and stuff
bowl.
in it? Yeah, the famous bowl has mashed potatoes, corn, little chicken bites.
Yeah,
gravy,
that shit's amazing.
Cheese.
So good.
It's good. It's like $3.
I might get KFC today.
Huh?
I might get KFC today.
I was actually just thinking that maybe we should get that for dinner.
So
but
good.
We just had Erica made homemade fried chicken the other day. It was pretty good. Yeah, no free ads. Hashtag KFC.
Oh, yeah.
La Befana, the Kind Witch. This is from Italy. It's probably the only time the presence of a witch is highly anticipated. In place of Santa, the kindly La Befana, a legendary old woman who at first declined and misses the chance of seeing baby Jesus with Maggie.
Magi.
Magi went
Magi.
on, whatever the fuck Pat keeps saying, went on her own way in search of him, bearing presents of her son's old belongings. La Bafana received the infant's blessing in return, she continued traveling the world, rewarding good children with presents.
I gotta tell you, this.
So they don't have Santa there?
No, and
This is Santa.
This is the most realistic substitute for Santa I can possibly imagine. Like, I believe that Santa is an adaptation of this old Italian story where we use Santa because he's a man. You know what I mean? Like, we ripped this fucking story off of the truth, and men rewrote the story and were like, no,
it's the Disney version.
Yeah, dude. So this woman, declines the opportunity to meet the baby Jesus, and then searches high and low for him with her son's old stuff, hand-me-downs for the baby Jesus. As a result, the baby Jesus is like, yeah, that's cool, I'm down. And she gets his blessing. And then she spends the rest of her days looking for good children to give presents to. What the fuck? Tommy is asking the Magic 8 Ball, is Rick Washington gonna pay up?
Anyway.
Did we?
Go on.
Mayhaps. What the fuck is mayhaps? Okay, so in the United Kingdom, they have icy Christmas Day swims. Call it sadistic, but in the UK, Christmas revelers trade in relaxing walks in the woods for a dip in sub-zero waters. The annual swim sees daring swimmers, some in fancy Christmas costumes, taking the plunge in various hotspots like Serpentine on Hyde Park and Brighton Beach and in the Irish Sea. I looked at pictures of this. These motherfuckers, dude. And you've heard of the penguin plunge, right?
Yeah.
So these motherfuckers are doing the penguin plunge in Christmas suits, but like, the sexy Santa that a woman can wear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that. And just like covered in goosebumps.
That's a cold day.
It's pretty fucking funny. I would not participate.
Next we have the Ukraine, and theirs is spiderwebs. Ukrainians trade in beautiful babbles of sparkling tinsel.
I think that's actually bulbs. I think that's like the European way of spelling bulbs, like a bulb on a tree.
Pat, I gotta ask something. Based off our last article and this one, what's up with you always getting European news? Only European stuff going on. The one last week was gay news from Europe. This one
was not gay news.
It was from a gay news website.
That is true. Thought we weren't going to discuss that.
Tim called it out in the chat.
Coincidental.
Anyway, Ukrainians trade in beautiful bulbs and sparkling tinsel on Christmas trees in place of artificial spider webs and spider believed to capture good luck. The custom stems from an old wives' tale about a poor family who couldn't afford to decorate their tree and woke up on Christmas morning to a tree glistening with spider webs that turned into silver and gold.
I love this one.
That's a pretty good one, yeah.
Fucking love it. That's great.
Maybe that's why we have the white and gold Christmas trees now, where you can buy all
very possible.
All that weird shit.
Yeah, I mean, on top of being aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, this is really cool, man.
Oh, you prefer those over green Christmas trees?
I prefer black.
A black Christmas tree?
Yeah, Tom, my Holly Christmas tree is black.
That's not a real.
Huh?
Just keep it moving. We're not going to talk about
what do you mean it's not real?
We're not going to talk about your stupid room.
It's beautiful.
Your sitting room that you refuse to put a TV in.
So in Iceland, that's because I'm classy. In Iceland, I'm going to try this one, Jalakaturin, which is the Yule cat. So Icelandics are a hardworking lot, and naturally their customs frown upon laziness. Enter the scary Yule cat, who stalks the land, eating children who have not worked hard enough. Those who failed to finish their work and missed out. Those who finished their work and missed out shopping for new clothes are top of the beastly cat's list. So if you haven't worked hard enough and you're not dressed nicely enough, this cat will straight up claw you to death. Like, that's badass.
Hey, I gotta ask you another question.
Yeah.
How come you decided to change words in the middle of that thing? Like, you're just inserting your own words.
I only changed one word, and it was traditions, and I said
customs.
What's the fucking difference?
Well, I'm just saying, it was written a certain way and you changed it.
It rolled off the tongue easier, Tom.
Then traditions?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just came out.
And our last one is Greenland. Fermented meat delicacies. Ugh. You've every reason to be thankful for delicious Christmas feasts, because chances are the food can't be as revolting as the fermented and decomposing meat on Greenland's Christmas menu. Items like matatak, raw whale skin and blubber, and caviac, seal skin stuffed with 500 dead auk birds and fermented for 7 months. Oh my god. Are apparently tastier than they sound.
Bro, I looked at pictures of this.
That sounds fucking awful.
It's so fucking good. First off, the word fermented should only go with wine. And I'm not a drinker.
Yeah.
Fermented fucking meat sounds so bad. You know who would absolutely pound this meal, and I guarantee it? Fucking Mason. Would be so interested in
probably.
this.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that would eat that shit.
He also, I think Mason has a flair for European culture. Maybe that's why all my internet searches end up in Europe.
Maybe. Mason said no. He's
Really?
not down. He's not down.
I'm gonna make you some caviar and see if you eat it.
All right.
I'm gonna need a paper towel.
There's something right behind you. What the fuck?
Mason's response was, "I like my meat smoked."
Get it together, Pat. Get it together.
I did not see that coming. I don't think that's what he meant. But Mason, I'm a big fan of having my meat smoked as well. Oh shit. Just gonna clean up this bang everywhere.
Pat, I'm down to do this one right here. This next one.
The meat smoking one?
No, this the holiday office parties. But we should probably pick 3 or 4 of them. Why don't we pick the first 5? We'll read the first 5.
Did I? Oh, okay. Yeah, we gotta follow the link.
Yeah.
Why don't you hold on? I read through some of these. The first one's good. Go ahead and read that one.
Okay. These photos of caviar are rough. Let's check them out real quick. What the fuck else are we doing? Ooh.
Yeah. 500 dead birds. Let's go. Look at that. Look at that fucking thing. That thing is stuffed with dead birds.
Look at that.
Oh, God. Oh. Here's all I can think of. When you look at that picture, what do you think of?
I don't even know, dude. That's...
You know what I think of? The fucking smell.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So what, they just let it sit there for 7 months?
7 months. Fermented for 7... Now, I'm sure there's some kind of... you can't just leave it out in the sun. Like, it would, it would be infested with maggots. So I don't quite know. Maybe they pickle it? I don't know, because pickling it wouldn't let it ferment.
Look at this guy.
It's like a whale that washed up and bloats. Ooh. That guy's just sucking him down. He's got a big smile on his face. Not to mention, why are we eating seals and whales? Aren't they both kind of endangered? Whales definitely are.
I don't think whales are endangered. Certain species of whales are, but they're not endangered, Pat.
They're adorable. I don't want to get rid of whales.
Good thing I didn't eat what Erica got me for breakfast.
Good.
All right, so we're going to start with this first one. All right, Pat, our next news article is 17 horrifying office party stories. So this one is the Marine with no filter. I work at a fairly large law firm, and at our last holiday party, my coworker's boyfriend had a little too much to drink. He told everyone, literally everyone, including all the firm partners, about her explosive diarrhea in graphic detail. Sounds like a girl that Pat would date. He was a Marine and compared her bathroom to a toilet trenches of war-torn Afghanistan. To make matters worse, on his way out, he proceeded to tell all of our coworkers of color that he was no longer a racist.
Yeah, so this Marine goes fucking ham.
But hold on. First off, so I have 2 questions about this. One, how come it keeps going back between he and her?
The Marine is a man. Her is the woman that brought him to the holiday party.
Okay. Second, is this a story about your dad?
My dad never admitted that he's no longer racist. So we're jumping down to number 4, Tom.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We don't need to jump down to number 4. Number 3. Nope, yep, number 4. So it's called The Truly Hypnotizing Makeout. The story is, when I was in college, I worked at a chain grocery store. We all partied together all the time. Switching partners was like exchanging friendship bracelets in 2nd grade. I had been crushing on an assistant manager who had a girlfriend for a while. For our Christmas party, they bussed us all out to a gorgeous lodge. I then got very drunk and was hypnotized as part of the show. While hypnotized to believe that my underwear was shrinking, I removed my bra while keeping my sweater on and proceeded to throw it in front of all of my bosses and coworkers. Well, half a bottle of vodka later, I was busted making out with my assistant manager crush in a janitor's closet while I was sitting in the sink topless. For weeks after the party, the assistant manager couldn't even look at me. Could you fucking imagine how awkward that was at work?
For who, though? I mean, why couldn't the assistant manager look at her? He had a good time.
I don't know.
She had a good time. People were having fun. They were kung fu fighting.
They were kung fu fighting. You can, number 6 is pretty good.
The drunk gymnastics failed. I decided to brag about my past as a gymnast, then proceeded to do a backflip in the office lobby. Woke up with rug burn on my forehead. Yeah. Sucker.
All right, we'll round it out with this one. The fart heard round the office. I went to the office Christmas party, and Erica's already laughing.
Yes, because we said
I
fart.
said the fart heard around the office, and I can just see her giggling away. I went to the office Christmas party for the first year on the job, and while in line for food, I farted so loudly in front of one of the office managers that I just dropped my plate and left. No one ever said anything to me.
You think it's a girl or a guy?
I gotta assume it's...
Based off the name, I want to say it's a girl.
Hold on, let me go back.
Because it's Sapphire.
Yeah, that's a chick.
That's hilarious.
And there's nothing good about lady farts. That is disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to do any more of these?
Yeah, hit number 10, Tom.
Number 10. Why don't we do number 9?
Oh, the number 9 with Tommy. Let's do it.
I'll read number 10, though. I used, this one's called the Barfing Plus One. I used to work for a high-end fashion brand in the UK. Everything's from the fucking UK. And every year, they had a Christmas party at a swanky local in London. I brought my boyfriend. We got dressed to the nines. And all my colleagues and their significant others went to the event in a party van. It was beautiful, luxurious, and full of important people. So clearly, my boyfriend thought it was a perfect place to take coupons.
Copious
Amounts of shots and get really drunk. He got so drunk that on the van ride back, he passed out and vomited numerous times all over the floor because we were in a moving vehicle. His vomit spread around with each bump and turn, eventually splashing on my colleague's designer shoes. Guess who had to clean up the mess, which had covered the majority of the van? When the journey ended, me. Side note, we are no longer together.
Good for you, sweetheart. Good for you. Get out of that fucking relationship.
Oh, a puke-filled purse. That's the next one.
All right, we'll go back to the number 9. The number 9, the new employee who really made a splash. I had only been with my new company for a few months, and our party was at a bar. So I dressed in a new bodycon dress and platform heels. Turns out, I was literally the only person who was single, and the rest of the team were all considerably more conservative in their outfits. The highlight was having to go on stage to get a certificate they give to all new employees at their first Christmas party. I snuck out after with my coat and a shred of dignity. I thought I had gotten away with it until I found out the next Monday that my name was drawn for a large TV raffle prize at the end of the night, so everyone knew I was gone, and they gave the prize to the next name. Well,
that sucks.
That's what you get for trying to tramp it up at a holiday party.
Tom has a similar puke story.
Rick, Tom told that story on the. He's talking about when your sister brought you home from the bar.
No, he might be talking about the time we went out for my sister's now ex-husband's birthday.
Okay,
you want to hear this story real quick?
Yeah.
All right, so we go out and we were bar hopping all over like all over downtown.
Yeah.
You know, because at the time there was probably 4 or 5 bars in a really close vicinity.
Memories, Sawyer's, not Sawyer's.
Memories.
Yeah, Memory.
The fuck is Memories?
Memories. You remember Otters?
Yeah.
Memories was right down at that Super Main intersection. It's
That
now
was-
an art gallery.
so-
It was called Memories on Main.
On a corner there?
Yeah.
Oh, never knew that.
Yeah, like
That was before my time.
Oh, okay.
Or before I was able to party. So anyway, so
Tony
we're
and
out.
Michael could do an entire podcast on Memories. Just that one bar.
Well, they did a lot there. But we went to Sawyer's, Bocce's, all those places, no free ads. And so we're driving, and I was fine, right? I had drank a little bit, but I felt fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until I got in my truck. And when I got in my truck to leave, I was like, ooh, pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that I felt like I was feeling good. I was probably really highly buzzed right before drunk.
Yeah.
But the car ride made me nauseous. So I'm driving up East Main Street, coming home, and I wanted to go to Taco Bell for everybody because my boy Ricky was coming over afterwards to the house. So I'm driving up East Main Street, and I'm like, oof, I gotta puke. You know what I mean? Like, once I puke, I'll be all right.
We've all been there.
So I'm like, Cumbies is right here, where the old Cumbies used to be. I'm going to pull in that parking lot. And as I get up closer to it, there's a cop that had somebody pulled over. So I'm like, well, I can't do that. And that's another reason why I know that I was okay, because, like, I'm thinking rationally.
Yeah, at least logically.
Yeah. No,
wow. You're going to have to keep telling stories because now your dad's telling us which ones.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. That wasn't me.
Okay.
But that's a good one, too. So, that's actually the first night I ever met Erica.
Oh, I'm excited for that one, too.
It wasn't much. It was like, hey, how you doing?
Okay.
It was years before we started dating.
Okay.
But anyway, so I get up to the stoplight where the Cumbies is now.
Yeah.
And I just puke all over myself.
In the car?
Because what else am I going to do? I'm going to kick the door open and puke out the side of the car? No, man. I got to take this one on the chin here.
Oh.
I got to puke on myself in the car so I don't cause any, like, commotion because I'm not getting a DUI.
Fucking disgusting.
So
I can't disagree with you.
So I go home. I clean off my car. Like the inside of my car. I can
smell it.
And I just go up to the bathroom and I spent the night in the bathroom puking. What's funny is when Ricky finally got home, I could hear him all talking like, "Where's Tom the Taco Bell?" And I'm laying on the bathroom floor, and he comes and opens the door. He's like, "Just like old times, huh, Tommy?" And shuts the door. This one, so I came down from Massachusetts for my mom's birthday one year, and it was the year I turned 21. So she must have been, I think it was her 45th birthday, maybe, something like that. So. And I bring a girl I had been seeing in Massachusetts.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so I bring her down, and she had just had, it was her 39th birthday. I think that's a joke. There's no way it was her 39th birthday. I wasn't 29.
Maybe your dad's saying she's always going to be 39.
Yeah. So.
There you go. Yeah.
So
classy, Rick. I like it.
So. We're having a good time, whatever. You know what I mean? It was a great party.
Yeah.
The girl that I was with was nice or whatever. She got a little too drunk.
It happens.
And my dad wanted to go to Twinco afterwards.
Okay.
So,
option number one.
Yeah, for everybody. So we all go to Twinco. Well, the girl I was with gets in my sister's car and passes out. So we left her in the car. We went inside and ate.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we were driving back up to the house. And she gets out of the car, and she pissed her pants in my sister's car.
Not the Subaru.
Yes.
Oh, that was a nice ride, dude. Oh, my God.
So I'm thinking my sister's going to beat this girl to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she actually was very nice to her. She said, "Oh, come on." And she helped her get inside, helped her change and stuff. The next morning, she comes down the stairs. I'm up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She comes down the stairs, and my dad goes, "Oh, hey, what's up, pee-pee pants?" So she was super embarrassed. We didn't date much longer after that.
That's fantastic.
That was a good time.
Have I, on the podcast, told the story of Gamble Your Life's bachelor party?
No. Gamble Your Life.
So, Gamble Your Life...
that was a sick tattoo, bro.
He doesn't have a ton of friends. He's not from the area. He's not close with his family. And he just kind of like,
I thought he was from Thomaston.
nah, he lives in Thompson now.
Okay.
But he was like, hey man, I was hoping you'd be the best man at my wedding. Now, mind you, I've probably hung out with this dude once in my life, but we worked together.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh fuck, like this is going to be a challenge. I don't really know much about him. His soon-to-be wife also worked for me, so
why didn't you just say no? That would have been
that
the right
would
answer.
have, in his interest, that probably would have been the best thing I could have done. I wanted to try to do the right thing, so I said yes. I throw a bachelor party at the same place my bachelor party was, right? Like, I'm just going to mirror everything that happened for me because at least I know it went well.
Yeah.
So,
For you.
Yeah, throw a bachelor party. I believe I lost about $740 on that bachelor party between like the hall, the kegs, and people not coming and shilling out money.
Well, he doesn't have any friends.
Right. So I legitimately threw a bachelor party and just called all of my friends and was like, hey, come to this party. It's $20 at the door. Let's go. So, and he was adamant that there not be the Get Wet girls, which I think that the Get Wet girls are absolutely necessary for a bachelor party. If you don't have naked women at your bachelor party, that's not a bachelor party. That's just a party.
I didn't have naked women in my bachelor party, Ped.
That's not a bachelor party. That's
it
just
wasn't
a party.
Really. It was a stag. It
exactly.
Wasn't really
exactly. So I invite a manager, a co-worker we know that he's about to be promoted to an assistant district manager, and I said, are you interested in going? He was like, I really appreciate the offer because I don't know how many of these people are friendly with me, and I'd like to use this opportunity to get to know people a little bit better, not talk about work, just show them like I'm a human being. Like, perfect, dude. And he's like, can you drive? Sure, no problem. I did not realize that that's because he was going to get fucking loaded, right? Nice. So we're talking like the whole night. We're going to go out after the bachelor party and go play pool at the billiards in Torrington. He lives in Torrington. I live in Torrington, so no big deal. You remember that red Jimmy I used to have, the GMC Jimmy?
Vaguely.
Okay, so we get in the Jimmy in Thomaston. That's where the bachelor party was. We start driving. He's all for this game of pool that we're going to have. He's a pool player. I'm going because I'm trying to keep all these people around him. Like we've left the bachelor party, a bunch of us are going to go play pool. Gives him the chance to get to know people, and they can get to humanize him. We're getting off the exit for Burger King because he's decided, like, I just want to stop home quick. He's also said, can I roll your window down? I just want to smoke a cigarette. And I know what that cigarette is when you're drunk. That I need to smoke a cigarette because I want to settle my stomach because I'm not feeling well. The worst thing you can do when you have an upset stomach because you're drunk is smoke that cigarette. It's almost like a dog eating grass to calm their stomach, right?
Yeah, and then they throw up the grass.
Right. So I already see this coming. And I'm like, if I can go 100 miles an hour, I can get this guy home so he can puke in his toilet. So we get off the exit. His window's all the way down. It's fucking freezing outside. And he's like, do you really want to play pool? And I'm like, no, man, we could skip. We could do it some other time. He's like, all right. I need to get some fresh air. Now his window's all the way down. I'm like, oh, this is so bad. We're not going to make it, bro. This is so bad. So he's looking at me and,
Please tell me he fucking projectile vomits all over you.
He's tried clearly to hold this vomit down. He's looking at me and he starts to turn his head so he can puke out my car window. What he effectively does is he pukes all over the radio, like the whole dashboard, all up on the top of the dashboard where the vents are. Awesome. He covers that. He splashes it all over my fucking windshield, the inside of my windshield, mind you. He gets it all over my fucking mirror. And then he makes it out of the car and is hanging his head out and puking. I'm still driving. I'm like, fuck this. Like, I'm going.
Yeah. The damage is already done.
Yeah. So I get to his house. I fucking pull up the driveway and I'm like, hey, man, I lost my ass on this fucking bachelor party. Like, I have no fucking cash on me. The car wash doesn't take credit cards because this is not 2020. You know what I mean? So I'm like, do you have like $5 so I can vacuum the puke out of my car? He pulls out his wallet. He's got just a fucking bankroll of 20s and 50s, and he's flipping through it. And no shit, he looks at me dead serious and goes, I don't have any fives, bro. Puts his money back in his pocket and fucking walks inside.
Are you serious?
I'm just stuck. It's like fucking 2:30 in the morning. I have no way to clean this fucking Jimmy out. And it's filled with his puke. Oh my god, it was brutal.
You drove to his house the next day, right, to clean it?
No, I woke up fucking first thing. I asked one of my roommates for $5. I ran to the fucking car wash and vacuumed that shit out. It was awful. It smelled so fucking bad.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Puke stories are always fun.
Yeah.
All right, Pat, you want to do this one next, and then we'll do the Christmas gifts?
Let's do it.
All right, so this one feeds right into what Pat's going to get for Christmas. For all we know, this is Pat's girlfriend.
It's true. Nobody knows what Emily looks like.
Yeah. So there's a fight at a Walmart. Now, I haven't seen this whole video yet, but we're going to show you guys it.
Yeah, we literally watched the first 5 seconds and we were like, good enough.
Yeah, pretty much. So, Pat, you're going to want to put on your headphones so we can hear what happens.
Let's do this.
This came to us in the form of a article, but if there's video, why not watch the video? So these two ladies get into a fight over a PS5. So let's see how this goes.
For the record, the PS5 is worth fighting for. Oof. Yes, the purse comes off, the jacket comes off.
My motherfucking Walmart.
Oh, she's taking her face mask off. That's the 2020 equivalent of taking your earrings out. Oh, they can't hear it.
Oh, that sucks. How can they not hear it? Oh, that sucks.
Erica, allow me to clarify what's being said.
Hold on. We're going to fix it.
Well, you repeatedly hear...
Your headphones, probably?
Well, we can definitely hear it in our headphones. But
Yeah,
normally we can hear it in our headphones and you can hear it live. There was several different variations of the sentence, fuck is you gonna do? That was a really common one. There was also, you don't know me, which clearly indicates that these people are strangers and they are not familiar with one another. Mostly, though, it's the body language that I appreciate. What do you got going on there, Tom?
Oh, I have to take out the whole thing where there's no audio, except for us talking like a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Sure. See, this is what happens when Pat's late.
First off, I wasn't fucking late. Second, I didn't bring this. This was all you, bro. You could have this cute and ready fucking this morning. You're making the whole podcast awkward.
Keep talking to YouTube here.
Mason, Erica, Rick, and Tim, if you could all put pictures on your thing. Carissa, if you look at Carissa's little button when she talks, you can see a picture of her face. Beautiful face, by the way. If you guys could do that, I would be so much happier. Rick, yours is purple. Is that where Tommy's passion for purple comes from? Oh, Tim hits me with a hard no. That's fine. Just be that golden piss color, Tim. Tim, are you saying no because you don't know how to do it? Or are you saying no because you're not interested in doing it? Yeah, I felt like the feed was pretty in tune with...
Hey, stop talking for a second.
Both.
All right, we got it. We'll just put this into the blooper reel.
I like it.
You guys ready to try this both?
Whoop, whoop.
Now my shit's buffering. Can you fucking believe this shit? It has put a monkey with a hammer on there. I don't really know what that means, bub.
Maybe that's the picture he wants to put up as his little icon. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, they heard it. All right, here we go. Is this guy here in one of those motorized cars?
Is he what?
He's in one of those motorized cars.
I believe he is.
I started getting a little sad.
Yeah, let's go. Kudos to the cameraman for getting up close. Do you think they'll give the winner the PS5?
Fucked up.
Yeah.
Bounce my head off the shelf.
I guess this really answers the question, what the fuck is you going to do? Whip the shit out of her. Oh, God. Oh, God, she's standing on her feet, stomping her face. Oh, she's out. You could do 100 count. She ain't getting up.
She did.
She done. Keep running that fucking mouth. Turns out, while she may not have known you, you clearly did not know her.
Oh, damn.
She got fucked up. Where's Debo? Debo just died, and this video is for him.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
She got fucked up.
Yeah.
That was I mean, why did... You can retract a message, Tim?
Yeah, I didn't know you could retract the message. What did you say, Tim?
He agreed with your dad to use the monkey and a hammer to stop the buffering, but
Nice.
then it went away.
All right, so we're gonna move into the most popular gifts ideas. We ended on 1979. We're gonna have to pause this for a second, though.
Why? What's your beef, bro?
I don't have be right back screen, so Pat, entertain the chat.
Where are you going, bro? You gotta go poopy?
No,
You're going poopy.
no, I got a random phone call that I gotta.
All right, guys. While Tom goes poop, we can continue to discuss. If you guys could fill your stream chats up, so can you hear me? And by not answering, I have to assume no, you cannot hear me. If you can hear me, then you'll probably answer. I like to write a note, but I don't have a piece of paper or a pen. Oh, so you guys can hear me. That's good. Oh, okay. So there's a small gap. That's all. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call up Mason, and I'm going to ask him to talk about this necklace that the baby ordered for her mom.
Hey, buddy.
What's up, bro?
Well, not much, man. How you doing?
Not too bad. So tell me about this necklace.
Oh, yeah. So, we have that multiple gifts. But, I saw a father and child necklace with Willow's, birthstone in it, and I had to get it for her.
Isn't it like cheating once you have a child? Because you can just, like, how simple is that? She's going to love it. But you didn't have to go crazy. You were just like, oh, she has this new thing that she really likes, this baby. And the baby was born this month, and there's a rock to symbolize that month.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. They have these born in a month where you can get an actual, not lab-created version of her birthstone. It would cost me at least my house. But
Well, hold on. Why wouldn't you get lab created?
why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
That's what I got.
Oh, yeah. I got to tell you, I think lab created rocks are the smartest thing. They're not cubic zirconias. They're completely real. They test the same. They test under the same conditions and everything. They're way cheaper and they're fucking flawless.
Jones' birthstone is Alexandrite.
Oh yeah, we all know what alexandrite is.
1 year of Alexandrite is $50,000.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy. Changes colors in the sun. It's pretty cool product, but to get non-lab created, up to the 2020, it's like an option. Other than that, it's like, oh, sell your ass, buy a fucking necklace.
Yeah, fuck that. All right, man. Well, I don't really know what happened to Tom. I know you're watching the thing, but Tom just disappeared.
I think it is back.
I'm pretty sure diarrhea is the word of the day.
But I could have sworn he said last week that he's constipated.
I really want to I don't know, like strap a dildo to his chest when he comes back in and goes to sit down. But I don't have a dildo with me, and I can't think of anything funny to do to prank him right now. If I had salt, I could put salt in his coffee. That'd be great for you guys watching at home. All right. Well, hey, Tim and Rick, what did you get your wives for Christmas? Do you guys celebrate Christmas? Do you guys order presents for your wives for Christmas? Is Carissa getting you something since, technically you and Willow got her something?
Oh, wait, Chris and Will.
Okay.
They got me, they added to my mug collection. They got me it's another coffee mug that has the nutritional facts of the dad on it.
Nice. Like 20% love kind of thing.
Let's see what my nutritional facts are.
Rick said his present is a secret. Is Pam also watching the show? I don't know if you guys can hear Tom's shit. It's pretty aired out. What's up, bro?
Stream stuff.
Yeah, but it's back on now.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody could hear you blowing it up in there.
Yeah, that's what I was in the room with no toilet taking a shit.
That's gross.
Who are you talking to?
All right,
Mason?
bye, buddy.
Oh, Mason called to say it?
No, I called him. We buy all year, just buy and stuff and put it under the tree.
Yeah, see, I tell people not to. That's what I try and do, Tim. They don't let me.
I buy all year as well, but that's because I'm looking for good deals. I shop the clearance rack year round for Christmas presents. This year I did not do that. COVID. I just did Amazon.
Yeah, I did everything on Amazon. It was amazing. Pat, I want to take this chance to say, go check out our website, number9podcast.com.
Where you can sign up to be a guest nowadays.
You can sign up to be a guest. You can sign up to be a member. I don't really know what the member is going to be yet, but you could do stuff like that.
What do you mean you don't know what a member will be?
I don't know what we're going to do with that member, but if you sign up to be a guest, you can sign up to be a member.
Like an official number niner?
Like an official number niner.
Okay.
Maybe get special emails and
like
special codes to get discounts.
Sauce.
Maybe special codes to get discounts on merch on the website.
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Uh,
Automatic 15% off for being a number niner.
bomb.
We should really give you 9% off.
Yeah, or 99% off.
Whoa.
No, not gonna do that.
Maybe 19.
Doubt it. But you can also subscribe to the mailing list on there, which we're trying to beef that up. I think we're up to 22 or 23. We want to hit 100. Also, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all the same, Number 9 with Tommy Podcast. And if you're Twitter people like us, check us out at Number 9 Pod. Give us a follow. Make sure you're liking, subscribing on YouTube. We really want to get the subscriptions up on YouTube. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to get the latest subscribers to scroll across the top like I do with the donations.
Yeah.
You can also, on the live stream, donate to the show. There's links in the description. I meant to throw them in the chat first thing today, but I forgot. So if you go to the description, they're in there. Or you can donate on the website, number9podcast.com. You can donate at the bottom of any single page there is. All right, Pat, you want to read off the next 10 or so of these?
You know what I really want to do, Tom? I want to watch that chick get stomped the fuck out again. Oh, God. She got her ass kicked.
Yeah, she did.
She was standing on her throat, just kicking her in the face. Over PlayStation.
You
That
think
shit's
it
going
was
to be
over
readily
PlayStation?
available in March.
I never saw a PlayStation. Like, that's the funny thing.
Oh, well, whoever posted the video said that's
Yeah.
what it was about. I have to assume that they're telling the truth.
Yeah, it's on the internet. All right,
So the most popular gifts of 1980. The Rubik's Cube, Mattel handheld electronic game, Lego train set, Mr. Frosty, and Tin Can Alley target shooting game. I remember, I don't know what Mr. Frosty is.
the Rubik's Cube still crushes it today.
I can't get enough of the magicians that utilize Rubik's Cubes in their acts. And I know that some of them have
I've never seen a magician use a Rubik's Cube in their act.
Really?
I'm not 12. I don't watch a lot of magicians.
You should watch, the name of the show is Penn and Teller Fool Us. And magicians go on Penn and Teller's show, and if Penn and Teller can't figure out how they did their trick, then they hire them to work in Vegas.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, really cool because you're talking about the best magicians in the world working against the best magicians in the world. You know what I mean?
Nice.
It's highly entertaining. And, I mean, Penn is funny as fuck. He always has been.
Chris wanted to let us know that Mr. Frosty is a snow cone maker.
Would you have gotten there? I would not. I would have said soft serve ice cream.
Maybe.
Definitely not snow cone.
1981, Star Wars @@.
Oh my god, I hate you so fucking bad right now. It's an AT-AT Walker, bro.
Okay. @@. He-Man Castle Grayskull.
Yeah,
Little
Castle Grayskull.
Or Light Bright, Donkey Kong, and Baby Precious. Donkey Kong is where it's fucking at.
81 was a
Well done.
great Christmas year.
Oh, Erica changed her photo.
Oh, thank you, Erica.
Erica had a Snoopy snow cone machine. Yeah, @@. I got it, bro.
Mason, don't try to. Tommy is, at this point, he's just working against me. 1982.
Clearly, I'm not a Star Wars person, guys.
Yeah, fucking Trekkie.
I'm not a Trekkie either.
1982. The Stompers truck, G.I. Joe figures, BMX bike, glowworm, and Commodore 64. This is where gaming really, really starts picking up.
Is that the original Nintendo?
I don't know that it was a Nintendo system at all.
Oh. Makes sense.
Yeah.
1983, Care
Hold on,
Bears.
can I say, I mentioned last episode that my mother would just give us a dollar amount that we were allowed to use for Christmas. G.I. Joes were my entire birthday, Christmas, doesn't matter. If she was like, you have $100 and G.I. Joe figures were $5, I got 20 G.I. Joe figures. I was a fucking diehard G.I. Joe action figure player.
It probably has something to do with your father being a literal G.I. Joe, and you want to idolize him.
It was, a lot of the movies that we watched, but also I have a pretty active imagination. I used the G.I. Joes so they were bendable at the knees, the elbows, like they had a lot of points of, they bent at the waist, they had a rubber band pulling the top and bottom half. So I would use the G.I. Joes as wrestling action figures because the wrestling action figures, if you remember back then, were like, they were frozen in position. They were like rubber, so you could move them, but not really. So I would use the G.I. Joes because they were more pliable to having wrestling matches with. True story. Commodore 64 was one of the first home computers. You attached it to a TV. Erica had a Commodore 64.
That shows how old she is. Thanks.
Your words, not mine.
1983. Care Bears, Cabbage Patch Kids doll, G.I. Joe, APC, My Little Pony, and Rainbow Bright. All right.
That was G.I. Joe APC.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, I didn't hear that G.I. Joe.
Yeah, it's a G.I. Joe APC.
Okay. 1984. This is just one precious year before yours truly was born. We've got Optimus Prime, Pound Puppies. They were the shit. The A-Team van, an R2D2 toy box, and Tonka GoBots. I don't remember that iteration of GoBots.
I don't know what GoBots are, Pat.
They're toys.
I got it. 1985, the year that shouldn't have existed. Teddy Rubik's.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, Ruxpin. What the fuck is that?
Man, I want to say it was a fucking... You know who talks about that all the time? And I mean all the time? Steve. All right, well, we can't say which Steve now.
Suicide?
Yep.
Pillow People, Trivial Pursuit, Care Bear Desk, and Wuzzles. What the fuck is a Wuzzle?
Oh, I was right. It's a bear.
Yeah, it's a talking bear. He would tell stories. Stuffed animal that talked. Thanks, Tim.
Did you just call Tim Tiff?
Tim.
You definitely said Tiff.
I said, thanks, Tim. And I laughed, so maybe it came off as whatever. Shut up.
Wow.
86.
Laser Tag.
Awesome.
Still one of my favorites. Lego Airport, My Buddy, and Kid Sister.
The fuck is that? A sex toy?
My Pet Monster, if you thought that one was a sex toy. And Power Wheels Jeep. Power Wheels Jeep, revolutionary.
Yeah, for real. 87. Sylvania Families.
Sylvanian Families.
Yeah. Kosh Ball.
Koosh Ball. Holy fuck, do you remember Koosh Balls?
No, were those things with the spikes on them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Popples, Pogo Ball, and Gen Dolls. I gotta tell you, the fucking 80s seemed like they really sucked. These are nowheres.
I disagree. There are some of these that are really, really good. 87 specifically, though, now that you bring it up, a terrible fucking year for presents.
Well, I gotta say, like, we were having a lot of fun in the 70s here, Pat, with the last show. These, not so fun. Hopefully the 90s are better.
Shit's about to get real, because these last two 80s years are fantastic. We're going to start 1988 off with the Ghostbusters Proton Pack. And if you didn't have the Ghostbusters Proton Pack, you were not a child in the 80s. That shit was that shit. I wore that Ghostbusters Proton Pack with a Ghostbusters jumpsuit all over the fucking neighborhood.
You're a fucking loser.
The NES Action Set. That would be Nintendo Entertainment System Action Set. I assume that's the pad with the track. I don't know that that's true. We'll look it up. Ghostbusters Fright Features, Airless Hockey, and Play School Kitchen. Everybody loves a Play School Kitchen.
Yeah. 89, the year I was born. Batmobile, starting off good. The real Ghostbusters tabletop pinball. That's pretty fucking dope. Polly Pocket. What's that, fucking Pocket Pussy?
Polly Pocket?
Yeah.
No, Polly Pocket. It was like the one that I remember. I'm sure there are different versions, but it was like a little pink, like the size of.
Was it the teeth that fucking? Flat?
No, the size of maybe a stress ball, but it was flat. It was like a makeup thing, and you pop it open, and it was a very teeny tiny doll, like a whole set. So like you open that, and it's whatever, a house, and you could put it in your pocket, but you had a whole dollhouse in your pocket.
Sounds stupid. Disney Snow Cone Castle and Talking Elf.
So, oh shit. The NES Action Set was actually the system, the game that came with it, obviously Mario and Duck Hunt, 2 controllers, and the gun. So they called it an action set, but it was really the gaming system.
Why does Pat know what a Polly Pocket is? Facts. That's a good question, Mr. Washington.
Let us revert back to Cotton. That's why. Because I played with all of Cotton's toys. She played with mine. So I played with Barbie, I played with Polly Pocket. She played with G.I.
Did,
Joe. She played Ghostbusters.
Did I tell you that my dad recommended our podcast on Facebook?
No, did he?
Yeah.
What
And
did
he
he say?
said one of us is really funny and the other one isn't. Give it a watch and try and figure out which one's which.
I have to assume
I'm the
that
funny one.
I'm the funny one.
I don't think so.
You should have said one of them is very funny, good looking, and a ginger to clarify.
Pat, might as
Mason
well
said
go.
the reason that the gifts in 87 weren't that good was because his birth was a gift enough.
Yeah, something like that. We might as well go right to 2000, Pat, and then do the last 18 on the next show.
We can do that, but time out. Erica, you said Duck Hunt with a big exclamation point. You were very excited about Duck Hunt. Erica, did you know that there was a fucking 2-player version of Duck Hunt from the beginning? That game is a 2-player game, and the other person can control the duck? I'm not kidding you. In a house of 5 children, we never fucking knew that that was a 2-player game. I brought this up to my brothers a couple weeks ago, and they were dumbfounded. It's a fucking 2-player game.
It's kind of before my time. We had that game, but it was kind of towards the end because, as you'll see coming up here, the real gaming system came out next.
Oh, okay.
So we did 89, 90, Pat. You want to do that one?
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figures. I had a couple friends who switched away from G.I. Joe's at this point and went to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. While I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, I stuck with my G.I. Joe's. I still had some turtle action figures. Mousetrap, which if you've ever played is the biggest investment and largest waste of time. Mousetrap I used to think was always going to be fun. I failed every time. It was awful. Sega Mega Drive. Do you remember that?
No.
I do not. No clue what Sega Mega Drive is.
I would have to assume it's before Sega Genesis came out.
Well, it definitely is.
Like the original Sega.
It's got to be.
Because Genesis is really what took it to the next level.
Genesis was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So Polly Pocket and Mr. Frosty Ice Crunchy Machine. Tom, to reiterate how fucking big Polly Pocket was, that's the only thing on this entire list so far that's made it 2 years in a row, is the Polly Pocket.
Well, was it 2 years? Yeah, it was 2 years in a row.
That was super fucking popular.
Mason wanted to say that apparently you guys weren't 5 bright children.
Mason, did you know that Duck Hunt was a 2-player game, you son of a bitch?
I'm sure you did. Mason's very intelligent. 91, Sega Game Gear, Nintendo Game Boy. Dude, that's a song that never died.
Yeah, I would still play Game Gear right now.
I'm saying Game Boy.
Game Boy, I didn't like the screen. Hard to see.
Super Soaker 50, Play Mobile Victionary Dollhouse, and Quentin Dolls.
Play Mobile Victorian Dollhouse.
Yeah. That's what I said.
Super Soakers? Are you fucking kidding? Super Soakers are one of the best parts of my childhood.
Super Soakers are awesome.
Tom actually grew up to love Super Soakers even more. Carissa said Polly Pocket came out with bigger dolls and rubber clothes, like only a couple inches tall. Okay.
Nice. 92, Pat.
Let's go. WWF action figures.
What's WWF, Pat?
It's not the World Wildlife Foundation, I'll tell you that. That's a fucking bullshit trademark ripoff. It's the World Wrestling Federation. Those action figures, you're getting into really good action figures where you can step away from using G.I. Joes and you can actually use the wrestling action figures coming out. Thunderbird's Tracy Island, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Super Nintendo, unbelievable. The Littlest Pet Shop, which is like Polly Pocket, but for pets, so you can see this miniature trend continues. And slap bracelets. Dude, summer camp, slap bracelets, woo, good times.
So I gotta be honest with you, I didn't realize that the actual Nintendo came out so late in 92. Like the Super Nintendo?
That's the Super Nintendo, yeah. Super Nintendo had the top game drive, not the front.
Really?
Yeah, much nicer system.
Oh,
Super
I
Nintendo
thought
had a rounded controller, not the rectangular one.
Oh, I thought that had the You sure?
I'm positive.
I thought the Super Nintendo had it where you had to blow on it, push it in, close the cover.
That's Nintendo. That was the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
Mason said, didn't the WWF Action Ring also come out around that time? It sure did, Mason. It was a hard plastic blue ring with red, white, and blue ropes that you had to actually string to the turnbuckles. God, that provided me with just hours of endless fun.
93. Talk Boy. What the fuck is that?
I assume like a walkie-talkie?
Barbie doll, Action Man, Play-Doh, and Dream Phone.
There's
Play-Doh.
no fucking way Play-Doh's only as old as 1990 or as new as 1990.
So we also have to remember this. These aren't when they came out. These were when they were popular Christmas gifts.
Yeah, this is the top selling gifts of the year.
Yeah.
1994, Power Rangers action figures, Biker Mice from Mars action figures, Cabbage Patch Kids, Silly Putty, and Dear Diary.
So Cabbage Patch Kids, this is a repeat, but the first one was like in the 80s. So it's funny how they made a return there.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, there is a clear, like, in 1992, WWF action figures top out and Super Nintendo comes out. I'm 7 years old. I didn't care about any of the gifts in 93. I didn't care about any of the gifts in 94. 92 is when I officially became a gamer and a lifelong wrestling fan. Right there. I can see it change.
So 95 is probably the best year for games.
I already know where you're
for
going
gaming,
with this one.
Because they came out with the original PlayStation.
Which was terrible.
Really? You didn't like the original PlayStation?
I didn't. The only reason I got PlayStation 2 was for the wrestling video games that were not available on the original Xbox.
I gotta tell you, PlayStation was awesome. I love PlayStation. I still love PlayStation.
I couldn't deal with the square animation of PlayStation, where Xbox was much more rounded, like the actual people.
Well, Xbox didn't come out for years.
Well, no. So PlayStation, when PlayStation was big, I was playing Sega, Super Nintendo. I wasn't playing PlayStation. I hated it that much.
I mean, you're talking Xbox didn't come out on this list as a popular thing until after the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I'm with you. I switched. So I got the PlayStation 2 when the Xbox was big.
Well, see, that what Mason says here is actually what was the real competitor for.
There you go. Yeah,
PlayStation. So, so PlayStation, Pogs, Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies were the shit when I was a kid. Sky Dancers and Baby All Gone.
That was, I think you turned the bottle upside down.
Oh,
and the milk disappeared in the bottle as the baby drank it. Did you play with Pogs?
A little bit. Never really got into them.
Pogs.
We had some as kids.
There's this flea market by where I lived. Man, I just think back like to what I thought was like the shit when I was a kid. God, we were trashy. Anyways, there's this flea market by where we were. And they sold like baseball cards, hockey cards, football cards. They also sold Pogs. And do you remember they had slammers and I had a make your own Pog kit. So you put like a magazine or whatever, and you had a Pog that was a sticker, and it put your thing onto the sticky Pog. And my buddy John Ryder had a bunch of nudie magazines that he took from his dad. So we made nudie Pogs. Dude, they were the shit.
Nice. Run 97, Pat. Oh, no, 96.
96. Tickle Me Elmo, which would inspire the laugh that I somehow ended up with. Buzz Lightyear, Doodle Bear, Gooey Louie, and Space Jam action figures. Ooh, Space Jam's coming back out with LeBron.
Great.
Can't wait.
Great.
Tickle Me Elmo, that fucking... It tickles.
Yeah.
God, that thing.
97, Nintendo 64. No, I never got into Nintendo 64.
So here's where it starts, right?
Yeah.
You just said PlayStation was the greatest thing ever made, blah, blah, blah. And then your next sentence was, I never got into Nintendo 64. I was a diehard. I still think Nintendo 64 is the best gaming system ever made. That's the one.
Ever made.
Yeah, I mean, for its time.
Oh, for its time, absolutely. Tamagotchi.
Don't
know what that is. Teletubbies.
It was a watch that I think you had pets.
Yeah, GoldenEye. See, man, so we never had a Nintendo 64 as kids. We always had a PlayStation. All our neighbors had Nintendo 64s.
Oh, do you get that GoldenEye reference? Did you play GoldenEye as a kid?
Everybody did.
Okay, just making sure.
I couldn't play it on PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I didn't like Nintendo 64 because of the controller.
Sure, it sucked. Still, to me, the best gaming system ever made. GoldenEye was the first time that you were able to play. Well, I mean, Nintendo 64. You could play 4 players on the same system, and this revolutionized sleepovers. First off, that's all we wanted to do was have sleepovers and play GoldenEye through the fucking night. We never went to bed again.
Yeah.
No golden gun, no odd job. We had rules for GoldenEye. Everybody knew the rules. It didn't matter what group of friends you were playing with.
I don't know what
Nobody
the
was
fuck you're
allowed
talking about.
Odd job was a really, really short character, so you could run up to people and shoot them, but they couldn't even see you, so they couldn't shoot you back. So no odd job, bro. Nobody can be odd job. It's like cheating.
Where were we? Teletubbies, Digimon, and
Digimon.
Oh, Digimon, and Spice Girls, girl powered dolls. Remember the Spice Girls? What a fucking horrible
I
time.
sure do. Yeah. Let's go, Posh Spice.
98's a good one, man. This is this first one here in 98's a good one.
Furby.
Everybody had Furbies.
You could train that thing what to say.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Creepy.
Bop It.
Bop It, awesome.
Yep. Nintendo Game Boy Color, which I felt was about as good as the original Game Boy. They both sucked to me. Pro-Yo and Laser Challenge. Let's assume Laser Challenge is where you get to strap a vest on and go play like laser tag in your front yard.
Maybe, yeah. 99, we'll end with this one, Pat. Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. Not really sure what those were. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game, because that was when that was popular. Scalerectic AFX Vertigo set.
Scalextric AFX Vertigo set. I have no fucking clue what that is.
Me neither. Nintendo Game Boy Camera. I didn't even know that they had that.
Don't know what that is.
And a Tyco Rebound.
So that's going to be either the thing where you shoot a basketball and it scoops it back to you,
yeah,
or the backstop where you would throw the baseball and it threw it back to you. Either way, both of those were pretty sweet.
Yeah. So that runs out all the way up to 2000. On Wednesday's show, we'll do the last 18 years here, and we'll see what comes up. Pat, anything you want to end the show on?
I'm firm on Nintendo 64 being the best of all of these things so far. Where are you at? What's the best thing so far?
So here's the thing, right? When I was a kid, and we're talking, this is probably, so we moved into the house in 94, so probably 95, 96, maybe 97, because Sega was still popular when the N64 came out.
Yeah.
Right as PlayStation was coming out, right? We got Sega Channel.
Yep, you've talked about that.
And that by far was the coolest fucking, it's like your EA thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the cable company would come and give you this, and they loaded all these games on it, and they would change the games every month. We had that as kids. It was fucking awesome.
Do you know anybody else who had Sega Channel?
Maybe some. So
I've literally never heard of it until you talked.
So it may be something that was only offered by certain cable companies. So this was offered through the cable company.
Yeah.
So it would have to be somebody in our area.
Okay.
I'm sure some kids at school had it or whatever. But I'm telling you, it was fucking wonderful.
Sounds like you're a hard no. You didn't know anybody else that had it.
Maybe somebody in the neighborhood. I don't. Was a color?
Was a slot car set?
Oh, that's fucking sick.
What the fuck is a slot car set?
You know, with the little lines in, you had the triggers and it drives around.
What was? Man, that's not the brand I'm thinking of. What was the Hot Wheels?
Yeah,
was it Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels had them.
And you could race.
Probably know that was fucking Hot Wheels. There's just the name of it. I don't know.
Could be.
But it was fucking awesome, man. I really enjoyed that. And then PlayStation came out, and like I said, Tim and I were, well, Tim played a lot with the neighbors. I never got into video games. I'm still not hardcore into video games. You know what I mean? There's certain games I play, and that's it. Like, Tim will literally sit at a computer for days.
And he'll try new games.
Yeah.
That is not in my wheelhouse.
Well, I'm fine trying new games. The problem is I don't want to spend 60 or 70. Actually, there's a new game that just came out on a computer that's like, it's almost like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
With like I don't know the other side of it, like the twist to it, but it looks pretty fucking sick. It's called Cyberpunk 2077 or something.
2070, right?
Yeah.
I've seen that I haven't seen it like in action, but I've seen that name. I'm just over new games, man. I can't do first off, there's 100 sports to play, and I play all of them. I'll play fucking soccer.
Well,
I'll
you
play
prefer
hockey.
the sports because that doesn't really require hand-eye coordination or shooting people.
It's realistic. That's what I'm in it for, man.
Shooting people isn't realistic.
Getting shot 35 times and then killing 75 people within the next 30 seconds? No, that's not very realistic. Or when I get like 16 headshots off on somebody and they shoot me in the toe and I die because Call of Duty is fucking bullshit.
You've never hit a headshot in Call of Duty. You know for a fact.
You said that's not realistic, and Mason said not the way Pat plays. I do enjoy first-person shooters when doing the story mode.
Yeah.
I love. You know what we should do? We should go back and play Army of Two. You ever play that?
No.
Army of Two is a couch co-op game, and you sit next to each other and play it on split screen.
I'm not a fan of split screen, man.
TVs are fucking massive now. Your split screen is bigger than the TV you would normally play on.
It doesn't matter, dude. I've never been a fan of split screen.
I love split screen. I love couch co-op.
I always forget if I'm on the top or the bottom.
Mason said that's the greatest couch co-op game ever. It is. It is by far the best couch co-op game ever. It's a first-person shooter, and you just light motherfuckers up for hours. It's so much fun.
You know what game I thought about getting?
That's the most recent one.
You know what game I was thinking about getting?
What's that?
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal was great.
I thought that was one of the dopest games when I was a kid.
Yeah. That was like Mario Kart for adults.
Yeah. Except we got it as kids.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Sweet Tooth. That was that motherfucker's name.
Yeah.
Great.
That was a great game. Or there was another one that there was a snowmobile game. We remember back in the day you'd get demos.
Yeah, why would you get demos though?
You used to get demos for free all the time, and you could like do the first couple levels.
Were they like inside another game? I don't remember how.
Yeah, you would get, or like, how the fuck? Stores used to give them out too.
Maybe
I want to say,
but yes, some of the demos were extremely tempting.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. We were talking about this the other day, and you may not remember this, not being a Nintendo 64 person, but Mason, this one's gonna blow your fucking mind because you forgot about this game. 1080 snowboarding. This game, dude, was like Tony Hawk before Tony Hawk was Tony Hawk. It was sick.
Well, that's kind of like the snowmobile game. This snowmobile game that Tim and I used to play was fucking dope.
Yeah,
it was fucking awesome. And I loved all the Gran Turismos and stuff like that. I don't know if I get into them. Like I play iRacing. I haven't really played in a while, but like iRacing was
Mason said I did not forget about that. Oh, I did forget about that game. Hours of fun. That was a fucking amazing game. It really was.
Yeah, man. It's crazy to go back and think. Like Colin would never know. Like when you really think about it, he has no idea the struggle.
I agree, and I think that anything, man. Like if you see the new Child's Play, there's a new Child's Play, right? The Chucky doll looks different. If you go back and watch the original, you're probably not going to enjoy it. Because the quality is so different.
Yeah.
But the original was so good. And I think we have that not with just movies. You have it with games. And a lot of it's because some things were not timeless. You know, Saturday Night Live and Live in Color. Those shows aren't funny when you go back 20 years. Unless it's a specific person who's just happens to be fucking funny.
Yeah.
But if they're making jokes about Ross Perot, I'm not laughing. I remember Ross Perot had big ears. That's it. I think that if you're going to get a kid on games, you start him with the fucking Nintendo. At like 4 years old, start him on Nintendo. And when he's 6, get him a fucking Super Nintendo. Right?
Yeah.
And evolve him through the years of video games, and they'll have such a fond appreciation for where we're at. Have you seen the video commercials for the Madden on PS5?
No, I'm sure it's insane.
It doesn't look like a video game. It just looks like you're watching football.
But you could say that about Tim still has an Atari.
Atari has some good games, man.
Those
games are all the same though. Like beating the game wasn't. You just fucking played and played and played, and the fucking levels were limitless, and they just got harder until you got pissed off and died.
To be fair, to your point with the NFL stuff, or like the Madden game,
yeah.
With the PS4, it became realistic. because maybe we'll check
Mason
that
might
out.
have just made your holiday.
Maybe.
Mason said, Thom, we need to check out Diesel Guns on Steam. It's compared to Twisted Metal, but for PC.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know what Mason and Tom are doing for the rest of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. I was gonna work on the podcast, but fuck it. So I remember pulling up to my buddy's house. He had just gotten a PS4.
Yeah.
It was when I was living in Mass. And he rolled up and you could see into his living room from outside. And I looked in and I thought they were watching football.
Yeah.
And I walk in there playing football. So, like, before PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you could tell that they were games. Oh, it's only $8? I'm down. We'll download that shit today, bro. But since PS4 and on, it's only going to get more and more realistic. The graphics are going to be insane.
To your point, I remember having these conversations for the first time with PlayStation 2 and Xbox. When those two gaming systems came out,
yeah, it was a game changer. I remember
going, holy fuck, it's like real life.
Yeah.
Actually, the little defect, if she's not pissing her pants in her car right now, I don't know what she's doing. Because I said that about a Madden game when we first started dating. And she said that she probably still says it today to make fun of me. I'll tell her a story and she'll be like, oh my God, it's like real life. Because there was a tipped pass. We were in the end zone and it was a game-ending drive. I was trying to win a game and the pass got tipped and I caught it and it was a touchdown. And that had never happened before in a football video game.
Yeah.
I was like, holy fuck, it's like real life. Like, there was a tipped pass. And she roasted me for years about that shit.
Yeah, but that's a test. Like, remember Blitz? You ever played Blitz?
Yeah, Blitz it was great for what it was.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. But you weren't getting that shit in those games.
No, but you have to understand, because I prefer realistic, Blitz was okay.
Yeah, but it's still fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Blitz was great.
The hockey equivalent, NHL Hits instead of NFL Blitz. Hits was really, really fun because there's nothing cooler than
I never got into
the
hockey
shit
games.
Really?
Yeah, never been into
We're going to play a hockey game. I guarantee you enjoy yourself. Dude, checking somebody?
I should probably start up my PlayStation. I haven't started in a while. Anyway, let's close out here, Pat. We can talk with the live stream more about video games.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for watching. Make sure you're checking us out. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, The Number 9 Podcast, or Number 9 with Tommy Podcast. Instagram or Twitter at Number 9 Pod. This is the most I've fucked these up in a long time.
You have a 6-inch hair hanging from your beard again. Why is this becoming a routine thing for you?
I don't know, man. Got long hair. What's the other one, Pat? Oh, the website. Number9podcast.com. Go check it out. It's Christmas time. Feel festive. Send us some tips. Help us get going.
Word.
We're just gonna reinvest some money back into the stream here. So.
Word.
Or into the podcast in general. We're getting close to 100 followers on Instagram, right, Pat?
Yeah, we might actually be at 100 followers on Instagram.
If we're at 100 followers on Instagram this week or next week, make sure you check out our YouTube page because there will be a video of us fucking Pat up with something. Or Pat has another idea. I don't know how I feel about it. We might do something with the two of us. You want to give them the count before we get off?
I don't appreciate that. You're like, oh, it'll be fun. Oh, we're at 91 followers on
91
Instagram.
followers on Instagram.
Tell your friends
so we're
and
getting
family.
Close.
Yeah, it's going to be more painful than watching that Walmart fight. Whew, she stood on her throat, man. I just want to watch it 100 more times. She fucked her up. Anyways, I say good day.
Hey, so I'm about to go check out this game.
It's a fucking brutal beatdown, bro.
Yeah, that girl got fucked up.
It seemed like such a nothing fight, and then she started landing some fucking whoppers of fucking just, full mount punches, and that's it. Like, the fight's over. You already won. But then you stand on her throat and start stomping her fucking head, and Jesus.
Anyway, guys, what's my Steam name? Chunk Dizzle.
Shocking.
Let's see. Pull it up right now. I'm pretty sure it's Chunk_Dizzle.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're live on
I'm just
YouTube.
burping on air.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Rick, Tim, thanks for dropping in. Mason, Carissa, thanks for dropping in. Erica, thanks for dropping in.
Oh, the new Battlegrounds came out.
What's that?
Yeah, it's just Chunk Dizzle. Oh, my code on Steam? Oh, let's see. Mason, I accepted your invite. All right. Anyway,
This is
guys.
fucking fantastic. My buddy has a horse farm over in I don't know, one of those like Goshen or something like that. His wife posted a picture today. She's got 4 kids in the bucket of a tractor, bringing them up to the top of the hill with the sled, and it says it's a redneck ski lift. That is the most redneck and efficient thing I've ever seen. That's fantastic.
What the hell did you... Mason, why the fuck did you buy this for me?
He did buy it for you?
Now I have to buy it. Or now I have to play it. I wonder if I could play with my steering wheel. Mason, thanks for the gift. Appreciate it. Alright, we're out of here, guys. I don't know. You don't know what? Good talk. It says full controller support. Oh, well, we'll check it out. Let me get the podcast uploaded and stuff, and we'll pop on.